Okay, so for number one, it's a synthesis reaction. And so it's hydrogen and chlorine, which hydrogen has a positive one charge and chlorine has a negative one. So it's like that. And then so they like balance each other out. And then that yields to 2HCl since they're both diatomic. The 2 is in the front, you know? And a real life example of a synthesis reaction is water because H2O is a synthesis reaction. Number 2 is a double reaction. And so it's sodium hydrogen phosphate plus barium thiosulfate. So it's like that. And then that yields to this. And that's because in a double reaction, you have to like flip them around so that the charges like balance each other out and like cancel each other out, you know? And a real life example would be magnesium and hydrochloric acid. Like their reaction is a double reaction. Okay, so for number 3, it is a decomposition. And so it's aluminum carbonate, which is Al2, and then CO3 to the third. And there's a positive 3 charge and a negative 2 charge. So it's like that. And then it yields to Al2O3 plus 3CO2. So it yields to that because in decomposition, it has to go to an aluminum oxide, which you like take out or aluminum oxide plus CO2. So you remove the CO2 and then you just have the aluminum oxide, which is that, and then that's a CO2. And then you put the 3 there to balance it because on this side you have 3 C's or 3 carbons and then you have 9 oxygen, and then over here this makes like 6 oxygen, 3 carbon, and then you have the other 3 oxygen over there, which equals to 9. So then it's like all balanced, you know? And then in real life, when they make aluminum, like when they're creating it, the carbon is like released from it. Or not carbon, just CO2 in general. There's CO2 emissions that come out of it. Number 4 is bromine plus ammonium chloride, and there actually is no reaction for this because bromine is less reactive. For number 5, it's a combustion reaction because C5H12 is burning, and C5H12 is pentane. And then in a combustion reaction, it's always things burning. And then there's always oxygen, so we have that plus oxygen. And then that goes to, the products are always carbon dioxide and water, so CO2 plus H2O, like that. And then to balance it, there's 5 carbon on this side, so there has to be 5 on the other side, so we're gonna put a 5 in front of CO2, and then there's 12 hydrogen, so we're gonna put a 6 in front of the H2O because there's already a 2, so then that'll make 12 hydrogen. And then we're gonna put an 8 in front of the O2 to make 16 because then on this side there's 16 oxygen, so then it's equal. And this is a real life example because when you're burning pentane, yeah.